Alright, this is Breakout Fantasy Football, and this is Ethan. I'm going to go over today my top 10 wide receivers for the 2017 fantasy football season. Before I get into it, though, I want to go over just a couple guys that, according to their ADP on ESPN, I think are a great value. Number one being John Brown of the Arizona Cardinals. He's going 46th. He's the 46th wide receiver off the board right now, and 2 years ago he was a top 25 guy. I think that his injury issues are taken care of, plus Floyd is gone out of Arizona. I think that he's going to be, he's got good potential for top 25 again, maybe even pushing top 20 wide receivers this year, so that's a great value. Another guy I think is Willie Snead, going 34th off the board right now, 34th wide receiver, I mean. And I think that with Brandon Cooks gone, especially in a PPR league, he's just going to be on fire. A ton of catches. Doesn't get a ton of yards per catch, but still good value, I think, there. Get right into it. I think number 10 for my rankings is T.Y. Hilton. Good offense. Andrew Luck, him have a good rapport. I don't see any reason why he won't be a solid pick for you. So that's number 10. Number 9, Doug Baldwin. Kind of flies under the radar still, but he's been phenomenal the past couple years, so I think he definitely deserves a spot here. Number 8, Dez Bryant. I think that him and Dak Prescott were gelling a little bit at the end of last year, so I think that's going to continue. I think he's going to be, high scoring. He's going to be a top red zone target for them. So I think he's going to be there. Number 7, AJ Green. Hopefully he's all healthy, plus they've got some speed there now that will take some pressure off of him. Tyler Eifert hopefully is healthy and will take some pressure off him. I think he'll have a great year. Number 6, I'm all in on Michael Thomas. I think that he'd be a lot higher on this list if he had more than 1 year of experience, of course, but I think that after this year he might be in the top 3 guys going in next year's draft, so he could very well be easier. The only reason I don't rank him a little higher is just because of the length of history that he's got. But with Brandon Cooks gone, Michael Thomas obviously was phenomenal last year, and I think he's definitely going to be up there this year again. Drew Brees he throws an absolute ton. Number 5, a little lower on my list than on most people. I have Julio Jones as number 5. I just don't really trust him that much this year. He's always had kind of some injury history, plus different offensive coordinator. I don't really know what's going to happen there. I just really don't trust him quite as much. Still a great receiver, obviously a great talent, but I have him at number 5. Number 4, Jordy Nelson. Actually, he was the number 2 receiver last year, so I don't know why he's not getting more love. He is, I think, the 6th or 7th wide receiver off the board. 6th wide receiver off the board right now. I think Aaron Rodgers, again, is going to tear it up this year. I don't think Jordy Nelson is going to regress at all. So I think that he's definitely deserves to be in the top 5. Number 3 is Odell Beckham Jr. Just a great talent. Brandon Marshall, I think, is going to take a little bit double teams off of him. And, you've seen his one-handed catches. So he's definitely a great receiver. Number 2, my number 2 wide receiver is Mike Evans. A lot higher than a lot of people have him, but I think he's going to have one of the best year of his career. I think that Deshaun Jackson again is going to take heat off of him. He's never had really a speed threat on his team on the other side of him, so Mike Evans could very easily be the top receiver. I think he's going to have a ton of touchdowns, ton of yards, ton of catches. Number 1, of course, just trustworthy Antonio Brown. What can I say? He's the best receiver in the game. He's got Big Ben still throwing to him another year at least. He's consistent, so he is my number 1. Comment, like, subscribe, let me know what you think, and thanks for watching.